Yo, peace, family. King Tyrus here, Daily Truths. So, we're all going through something, man. Everybody is going through something. Everybody has some kind of pain that they're dealing with. Everybody has some kind of, internal trauma that they're still trying to manage and just cope through on a day-to-day process, day-to-day, just trying to cope. So if a person's not acting how you quote unquote, I guess you'd say, expect them to, or if they're not responding in the way that you hope them, hope they'll respond, or acting the way that acting the way that you um, don't like, so to speak, or whatever. Just understand, man, that like I said, we're all going through something. So that person's probably dealing with something that they don't know how to express. They don't know how to um, say what's on their mind. So just kind of take a step back. Like I said, we're all dealing with some kind of issue, some kind of pain, something that we have to mask every day just to make it. Some are dealing with it more than others, but like I said, we all got something that we're trying to um, just get better at, just get better from. So it's like you can't be afraid to reach out. If say if you don't hear from somebody in a certain amount of time, and you might get in your ego and say, you know what, forget that person, man. I'm not even gonna say that to them. They don't want to call me, so I'm not gonna call them. Well, you know what? Sometimes that might be what that person needs, man. They might need somebody to reach out to them and say, hey, you know what? I was just thinking about you. I hope you're doing all right. There's been situations. I seen a meme where a cat was about to hang himself, but as soon as he did, somebody, it shows somebody calling him on the phone like, hey, I just want to reach out and, make sure you're doing all right. Just letting you know I'm thinking about you. And just that right there could have saved a life. You know what I mean? So it's just important to step back sometime and just understand, like, okay, let me get out my ego. I know this person might not have said something to me in a long time, or they might be acting a certain way, but that might be the way that they're expressing it. Not everybody expresses pain the same way. Not everybody knows how to cope with different um, tragedies and traumas, trials and tribulations that they in their life. Some people don't know how to cope with it, so they might lash out in a different way. They might act differently because they haven't been able to figure out what's going on. They haven't been able to figure out how to process that pain. So just because you know how to doesn't mean that person knows how to. You're not that person. They're not you. They got their own life. You got yours. So just understand, man. Like, not everybody knows how to, like I said, process. Not everybody knows how to express what they need to say because they haven't been able to. Their whole life. It's like what they say when a person is raised off survival mode and not in a survival atmosphere and not a love atmosphere. You know what I mean? So a person dealing with certain issues probably will just shut down as opposed to being like, you know what, this is what's going on in my mind, this is what's going on in my life, I need help, will you help me? Nah, they'll probably just shut down. Um, and some, and really sometimes it's the ones that you wouldn't expect to need it. Like sometimes it's the strong ones. Sometimes it's the ones that always got that front up. Always in a positive mood, always in a good mood. Not ever letting anything get to them. Sometimes it's those people that need to be reached out to the most because they put up that front so much that if they don't keep it up, a person's going to look at them completely differently. So they have to keep up that facade, that fake happy-go-lucky. They might be that way every day, all day, but inside they might be hurting too. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be able to reach out to them and say, hey, you doing all right? Everything is good. Because sometimes they might put up that wall of positivity, but inside they might need somebody to reach out to them and say, hey, I know you're dealing with some stuff. I'm here for you if you need help. You know what I mean? So it's just important that we understand and know how to do that. Yeah. So Said, can't be afraid to reach out. Sometimes it's the strong ones, and not everybody processes that pain the same way. So like I said, we're all dealing with something. So if you know somebody might need to be reached out to, and you've been hesitant just because you might be in your ego, just kind of step back, like, you know what, that person might need me to reach out to them. So let me go ahead and just say, hey, you know what, just checking on you real quick. I hope you're all right. You never know what that could do. You never know what that could help, prevent, resolve in that person. You know what I mean? So just everybody needs some attention. Everybody needs to be recognized at one point in time. So that's all for today, man. Just go be great. Live your life. And just make sure, like I said, step back and realize that, hey, if that person's dealing with something, let me reach out to him and let him know that, hey, I'm here for him. It's all G. Love and light, family. Won't you do it?